Chosen Vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man, Druuill, and I'm back at you again with another video. I need each and every vessel to hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Shout out to the Galactic family, the GCVs, and of course, Drew Nation. Let's get into it. People who try to trigger you are low-key obsessed, because how would you be on their minds in the first place? Those people in your life that are doing things that you don't like, it's a lot of attention to be paying to a person. It's a lot of time and effort and energy to be putting into a person. To not like someone and to know what they don't like, there has to be some studying that takes place. There has to be some elaborate thinking, some elaborate scheming that takes place. Because people that I don't like, only time I ever even think about them is if I either see them or they're doing something that is annoying. It's the only time. I have no energy for anyone that I don't like. Not to say that I hate you, but I don't have any energy for anyone that I don't like. I tend to focus on the people that I appreciate, the people that I have love for, the people that, serve me in some kind of way, in a positive way, people that bring me joy, people that put a smile on my face. Those are the people I tend to focus on. I really don't have any mental power, any energy, any thoughts for anybody that I don't appreciate. So that's a lot of time and energy for somebody that doesn't like you to be putting into you, to know what you don't like, and to even want to do things that you don't like. Not just not knowing what you don't like, but to also take the time out of their day to do something that they know a person doesn't like, or at least they think they don't like that, or they've done that and they're aware that someone doesn't like that, or this person tried to, talk to them like an adult, figure some things out, try to work some things out, and now this person is possibly trying to do this to try to get to you because they're petty and they're immature. And that's why sometimes it's best to not even try to talk to people about things. If the person is petty and immature, you're kind of just letting them know what bothers you. You think that, people are mature enough to work things out. You think that we're all adults here. You think that people are growing like you, but this is another case of stop thinking everybody's like you. All right. Um, People who are doing things that are annoying, you think they're not doing it on purpose, but then when you go to talk to them about it, you find out that's exactly what they're doing. And it's like, you don't think you're that important, you know? Like you really don't think you're that important. You tend to just think that nobody cares about you like that, right? Because it's just little old me. Who am I? You know, I'm not that important. You know, to me, yeah. I mean, but everybody is important to everybody as far as their own self goes. You're the most important to you. You're the most important person to you. I'm the most important person to me. Everybody else is probably the most important person to themselves as well, you think. But for somebody to be aware of things that bother a person that much, that's a lot of focus that goes into that, and to want to carry out those acts. So there goes without saying, the people who try to trigger you, there has to be some kind of obsession there, whether they know it or not. I'm not obsessed with you. What are you talking about? to have someone on your mind to the point to where you know what they don't like, you know how to bother someone, and to actually take the time out of your day to want to bother them, that's a lot of somebody else being on your mind. And that means there's some type of there's some type of liking that's taking place. There's some type of fascination that's taking place. There's some type of obsession that is taking place, whether they know it or not, whether they're aware of it or not. They're obsessed with you. And it's easy to see on your end of it, because after you think about it and you're like, you know what? Why? How if you don't like someone, how are they on your mind that much? So there is some type of liking there. They like you to a point to where it triggers them. So they have to clap back. We gonna clap back. They gotta clap back, and they have to try to trigger the people who bother them for some type of reason. And you bother them because they feel that you're too focused on yourself. They hate to see you not worried about them, because just like we feel that we're the most important person to ourselves, there are people out there who feel they're the most important person to themselves and other people as well. And if you don't show them that, or you don't give them that, or make them feel like that, they will try to do things to get your focus on them in more ways than one, or more, or one way or another. They're desperate, and they'll just do things to try to get people to give them that attention. All right? So that's what that's about. But to feel that way towards someone, they're obsessed with you. You're on their mind a lot more than you know. You think that, like I said, you're not important. Nobody's worried about you except maybe the person who may have a crush on you. You probably know who that is. She probably is always looking at you and talking to you, possibly. Maybe you guys talk or something like that. Or maybe he's always smiling at you, actually letting you know that he's aware of your existence. You really don't tend to think that other people who, you know, aren't interested in you wouldn't be worried about you. But these are the people who are in the corner staring. These are the people that are watching you when you're not aware. All right. When your back is turned, when you're, you know, looking over your shoulder, of course, but when you're going off and minding your own business, these are the people creeping through the window, looking at what you got on, staring at you when you leave, thinking possibly negative thoughts, you know, possibly some other things. All right. Not going to put anything bad out in the air, but you know what they like to do, what they're capable of. All right. With their dark prayers and such. But to me personally, that's too much time to be focused on another person. All right. Especially the life of someone that I have no interest in, but they have more interest in you than you know. A lot of these people, they would like to be you, they would like to have your life, and it makes them upset and jealous that you're the one who has it. They're mad that you're chosen and they're not. They're mad that you're the one who has the life that they want. All right, they're mad it's not the opposite way around. They're mad that you're not upset over the life that they have. And with the type of jealousy and envy and the type of how they feel about themselves, that idea that they have about themselves, them feeling that they're so important to themselves and everybody else, they feel that there should be somebody who is fixated on them the way they're fixated on you. It's how they feel. they would rather have, even if it was negative, they would rather have you going out of your way, worried about them, trying to do things to bother them and get on their nerves. And this is why retaliating is pointless. This is why retaliating is pointless, because when you do retaliate, it makes them feel validated. So when you retaliate, you validate. All right. When you retaliate, you validate. You give these people the sense of validation that they're looking for. They're looking for somebody to validate them. All right. They're looking for somebody to feel about them the way they feel about other people. This is why the retaliation, all it does is makes them feel important. It makes them feel like that important person that they feel that they are, that they think that they are, since they live in a fantasy world. And they're the ones who will project on you and say that you live in a fantasy world, you're selfish, you think the whole world revolves around you, you think you're better than everybody else, who do you think you are, kind of thing. But they're just projecting. That is their whole idea about themselves. So when you have people who out of nowhere, you know, out of nowhere try to disturb your peace, try to do things to get on your nerves, it's a lot deeper than this person trying to bother you. This person thinks about you quite often. You're on their mind quite often. All right. And they can't stop thinking about you. They're a little bit more into you than you like Monica. They're so into you. All right. They are so into you, more than you would like. So just think about that the next time someone tries to do something that you don't like. Someone is repeatedly doing something that you don't like. They are a little bit more into you than you know. And it's nothing to be worried about or upset about. This person is just in their feelings because they don't have your life. They're in their feelings because you could care less about them, in the sense of you're not going to make them more important than yourself. But when people get you upset, now you're thinking about them the way they think about you. And now they could go rest, they can go sleep, they can go relax. Their anxiety's gone because they have somebody who in their mind that they think feels about them the way they feel about you. And because this is what they think, it gives them some type of euphoric high feeling. This is that supply feeling. All right. It gives them a type of euphoric feeling, because now they exist to somebody. Now they are on somebody else's mind. And that's what this all is about. That's why they try to do these things, to try to rent space in your head, to get you thinking about them. Some of these people can even feel you thinking about them. All right. Some of these people can feel you thinking about them, and they could feel when you actually go back to letting them go, being happy and being content and comfortable, back to being who you are. But this is why it's important to not let them get to you and to not focus on them, because what you focus on grows. The energy that you send out to them, they're feeding off of it. All right. So that's why they will keep doing things to try to affect you in some type of way, because they're looking for more energy to be sent out to them. They're looking for another source. They're looking to feed off of you. All right. So that's how this thing works. You think people really don't care about you. You think people aren't worried about you, but they are worried about you more than you'd like, more than you think. You tend to just go about your day and mind your business, but there are people who they seek attention from everyone that they see. All right, that they don't call them energy vampires for no reason. Anybody that's not one, anybody that's a fresh source of energy, they're going to go after and try to steal it. And they steal it to go feel better about themselves. They steal it to feel important about themselves. It's all child's play. They want to feel important as you. They want to feel as good as you. All right. So it's best to just leave these things alone. not to retaliate once you learn how not to, because it's frustrating to deal with people like this. You want them to just not even focus on you or worry about you, but they are. You have to keep in mind, you may just think of yourself as uh, Bob, Jane, Sally, Sue, whatever. You may think yourself as just, oh, I'm just so and so, but no, you are important to people. You are very important to people. You are, you're very important. God has His hand on your life. People see that you have a destiny. They see you're going places. They see that they see that your energy is very high. You feel good. All right. You're very positive. People like this are usually end up very successful in life. People that focus on themselves, people that leave people alone, people that just tend to themselves, tend to their business, are people that are focused in life, people who have their mind set on what they want to do. Right. You don't think that nobody's worried about you, but there are people who are worried about you, and you just have to deal with it. And once you let these things go, once you tend to not focus on them as much, they seem the thing itself may not leave you alone, but like being bothered by it will leave you be. Like the energy won't bother you. It'll kind of leave you alone in a sense. They may still do what they'll do, but you'll mature past it to the point of where you can accept it. And that's most important. You want to reach a level to where you can just agree with who they are, what they do, and you move on with your life. You're not going to be able to stop somebody being obsessed with you and caring about you and worrying about you. They're fans, and they want to attend the show every time they're around you. They live a life of a very immature person, and they tend to be stuck in this area of life. They don't tend to grow, and it's just where they're at with their level of maturity, and this is it's where they want to be. It's the type of person that they want to be, and people change on their own. You're constantly changing, you're constantly evolving, you're constantly moving forward in life. And it's just everybody's not doing that. Everybody is not doing that at all. So some things you'll learn. I mean, and you'll just learn some things are best left unsaid. And it's just a learning experience. So now the next time somebody is doing something that you feel that is trying to be petty or get on your nerves, it's best to just deal with it yourself. Cut them out the equation, deal with it yourself, because there are people that like to do things that people don't like. You know, they're grown, they're adults, they're, doing things that adults do, but they're really just a child. They're really just a immature child that's a brat, jealous of somebody else's life, and they're showing it, and they really like want you to feel like, why me? All right. They want to try to ruin the fact that you have this awesome, amazing life, and they don't. They want you to feel some type of way because you have that life, right? They feel some type of way because you have a life that they want, and they want you to feel some type of way because of their jealousy and how they feel towards you. They treat you a certain way because they can't be you. They hate you because they ain't you, kind of thing. That's all it is. They don't realize that they could be themselves and be happy with themselves, but you have to be happy first of all in order to be happy with yourself. You have to have self-love first of all in order to be content with yourself and who you are. So they're stopping themselves. They're the only things that are in their own way, and they see other people that are just living their life and going through life, and they just tend to focus on other people more than themselves. And they've probably been doing this for a long time. right? These are the people in school who were probably like uh, annoying to other people. Um, Annoying people just don't start being annoying today. Unfortunately, they just like they pick a whole career on being annoying and getting on people's nerves and doing things to get reactions from people. Like this is not their first rodeo either. Um, some of these people spend a whole lifetime doing this. It like there are people that are elders and they're still doing this. Like there will be grown older people, I know I got some grays and whatnot, but there'll be grown older people with like a hair full of gray looking like they could be your grandparent, still acting like this. Still acting like this. So this like it has no limits. Like it has a age is nothing but a number. All right, in the sense of this type of activity. Um, how you can still act like somebody that's 5 years old when you're like 75 years old is beyond me. But it's a choice. It's what some people choose to do. Some people choose to mature and walk in the spirit of righteousness and walk with God. And some people choose to play, their little devilish game. But you have to realize that it's a game that you don't have to entertain. You don't have to play back. You don't even have to you don't even have to concentrate or focus on it. That's the beauty and the power of the mind. All right, that's the beauty and the power of having a mind. It's just that you have to strengthen your mind and you have to develop your mind and you have to get past the point to where these types of things won't affect you. Right, and that's the beauty of the Lord. He gives us a mind, and we have the right to do with it what we want, and you have the right to keep ignoring these people no matter what they try to do. It's just that you build up your mind to the point to where even when they try to exist, they still don't exist, because the things that they do are annoying and it's bothersome, but it's not like they're doing it every second. It's not like they're like, it's not like it's happening and it's non-stopping. So that's the one thing you have to gain some type of comfort in. They do it, but it stops eventually. All right, eventually they stop. They go back to doing what they were doing and living their life. So you have to ask yourself, like, am I really going to get upset over something that they do just because it's annoying? Because it may be annoying, I may not like it, but eventually it stops. It's not something that they yeah, but like they may do it day after day, but like all I could focus on right now is today. When you compile the negativity and you focus on it to the point to where it starts to get you upset, it's because you're thinking about it and looking at it from a point. You're not staying in the present moment. You're looking at the past and you're looking at the future. They've done it and they're going to keep doing it. That may be true, but all you can do is deal with right now. So right now, are they still doing it? Or did it just happen a few seconds ago and it's over with? That's what you have to confide in. The fact that it may have happened, you may not like it, but you get over it, and it's good to get over it, and you want to get over it, but you get over it by accepting what they do, who they are, and the fact that are they still doing it? No. Did they stop doing it? Did it go away? Is it over with for right now? Yes. So until next time, my friend, you know, and that's another thing. Look at these people as friends. All the anger towards them, all the resentment towards them goes out the way. The reason why they're able to upset you over a longer period of time is by hating them and holding resentment towards them. When you hate someone and you hold resentment towards them, you're going to continue to feel some type of way about them. When you hold resentment towards them, they're able to rent free space in your mind. When you don't hold resentment towards them and you don't have hatred towards them, you kick them out. They could do it tomorrow, but who cares? You're living in right now. You're living in the future, which is the present moment. What you think about yourself, what you tell yourself, how you feel towards yourself is what you're going to be experiencing in the future. If you keep, man, this person and this and that and F this person and all this stuff, you're bringing them into your future with you. And that's not something that you want to do. They don't deserve to be in the future with you. You deserve to be in the future with you and a lot of money. and a new car and a new house and thinking about some things that you actually want, not things that you don't want. This is why people will tell you focus on what you want, think about what you want, and don't think about what you don't want. The more you think about what you don't want, you're going to experience. The more you're able to let these things go and just accept it for what it is and be like, okay, it passed. Like it doesn't come to stay, it comes to pass. They're like clouds, they're like storms, they're like rainy days, they're like cloudy days. All right, it comes to pass. All right, so that's the best way to look at this type of situation. They do things that we don't like, but it's not like they're gonna sit there and stand there and do it all day. Even if they do it all day, there's like times in between to where you get what I'm saying. But it is what it is. They eventually stop. You eventually get your peace back. Why be upset over something that has happened? It's in the past. Even if that past is 5 minutes ago, put it in the past. Who do you want to be right now in the present moment? You want to be somebody that's peaceful, somebody that is happy, somebody that's joyful, somebody that doesn't hold in any resentment towards someone that you don't like. And they do these things so you'll hold them in your mind. They want somebody to think about them, just like they think about you. How you kick them out your mind and how you get your life back is just by not having any resentment towards them. Resentment is one of the worst things that you can have towards a person. It will waste your life. It'll take years off your life. It'll take your precious time from you, time that you'll never get back. You never get the time back that you spend being upset over a person. And it happens. It's life. You have to learn. You have to grow. You got to change the way you look at things, change the way you perceive things, change the way you think about things. But once you realize that, you know what, I could be doing something else instead of thinking about this person that's getting on my nerves. I could be doing something else and doing something to get away from this person. I could be educating myself. I could be learning something that's going to help me. I could learn something that's going to help me earn something. Why put energy on this person? When you look back years from now, these people are still going to be the same type of person. They were the same person as a kid. They were the same person in middle school, high school, possibly college, or their mid 20s or whatever, in their midlife, their elder years, and most likely they're going to be this person until they transition. But you don't have to be that person that focuses on them. You know, energy vampires want all your energy, every bit of it. They want your reaction. They want your thoughts. They want your time. They want your uh, everything. All right. They want to be everything to you because you're everything to them. They have a real obsession when it comes to certain kinds of people. You don't have to be obsessed back. They could worry about you all they want. You have to be the mature one who chooses to live their life and not the mature one who's just upset over some immature person. And this is what like growth is all about, accepting the fact that people are going to be who they are, and if you want to make a change, it starts with you, and you're the only person that you do have to change. You work on yourself. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter what they think. It doesn't matter how they act. Once you realize these things, you step into the realm of there's no power outside myself except within my very own mind. It's your thoughts that give these people power because you're continuously thinking about the things that they do. You stop thinking about the things that they do. You stop looking at them as important. You stop looking at them as something that can get on your nerves. You look at them as something that happened and it passes. You look at it as something that has come to pass. Like, yo, this annoying person and their annoying acts have come to pass. This too shall pass. Like you could say a serenity prayer. Lord, help me accept the things I cannot change, the wisdom to know the difference. You could say that prayer. Once you say that prayer, boom, they're out of here. They want to exist. It's like they don't exist if they're not entertained by someone. Only thing that should exist to you is peace, prosperity, productivity, wealth, health, all the good things that you want in your life. Those are the things that you focus on. Those are the things that you want to exist. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Smash that like button, smash that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. All right, this has been another DruTube special. Shout out to the chosen vessels. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace, love, and light. We out.